So the Knicks won two of the three meetings against the Spurs, and most people still favor the Spurs. And I gotta ask myself why. And the only answer it could be is the Wemby factor. His rim protection, the defense, his versatility. That has to be the difference maker. So what I had to do, I had to check out some highlights and see what can possibly be done and what is it that he's doing that have people second guessing the Knicks' ability to pull this series off. And I'm looking at on the defensive end how Wemby don't just commit to the player he's guarding. You come in that paint, he's blocking your shots. He's blocking your shots. This dude doesn't hesitate to play defense. He's thinking like, hey, I'm not worried about having energy on the offensive end. He believes in the work that he put in, obviously. Like that's what basketball is. You put it all on the line. You go out there and you play the game entirely. You don't half-ass anything. And that's what I'm seeing that he's doing. Look how he comes over to help out. You thought he was going to body him. And now look what he has to do on the offensive end. Look at that ball handle from Wemby. This dude is a guard for real. The step back, the three, unbelievable. Able to see the floor. That court awareness is crazy. You don't see a lot of players his size able to do that. That's what you call touch around the basket. You see four players in the paint trying to figure out what to do with Wemby. And what that could have easily did, open up opportunities for other players to knock down an open shot. Come on now. That's a man that knows how to play the game of basketball. Was running the floor on defense, deflects the shot, gets the ball, and able to score on the other end. Step back three. So when I see plays like this, I think to myself, he's the difference maker. This is the guy that has people questioning whether or not the Knicks are able to win the series. But for me, I'm thinking, okay, well, the Knicks is a deep team. I know there's a player over there that can possibly match up with Wemby and give him hell. Because that's the biggest thing. There's nobody currently in these videos that you see able to guard Wemby, slow him down. So now you go over to the Knicks and you look at Karl-Anthony Towns. Able to knock down the three. This is what you call matching energy. He could give you the same thing Wemby could give you. He got a little bit more weight on him, so he could take the bump, fall, get right back up. He don't strike me as a fragile player. Not to say Wemby is, but look at that. Talking about passing, I got that too. Now, this is the one thing right here. Check this out. Okay. So now we're talking about the difference maker with Karl-Anthony Towns. You see his ability to put his back to the basket, how he was able to back his defender down and to dunk right on him. Like, this is a missing art that you don't see with a lot of these big centers playing like guards. You don't see that nowadays. Like, you see a lot of players relying on their ability to dribble the ball, step back, the three, the touch around the rim, the passing and all this other stuff. But a lot of times you don't see them saying, you know what? Let me exploit the defense. Let me take advantage of this defender. Let me show him why I'm who I am. Karl-Anthony Towns has no problem posting you up. Let's take a look at that again. Get out of here. Can't guard me. You can't do nothing with me. That's the physicality I'm talking about. Not to say that Wemby can't get physical, but Karl-Anthony Towns is going to give you everything. You want to see what's in the bag? You're going to let the cat out the bag. Boom. Guess what? I missed a shot. I don't give up. Defense. Boom. Block the shot. So this is the matchup we're looking at. So when you think of Wemby being guarded by Cat, not getting good, easy looks at the basket, still having to guard somebody like Cat who's able to post up, he has that quick step, can give you the hook shot, knock down the 3-point, run the floor, willing to play defense, you got to guard that. You have to guard that. It's easy to look like you're the Energizer Bunny when you got these smaller guards trying to defend you and everything like that. But when you got somebody who's capable of doing what you can do, your size, your length, it changes the game. So the question is, can the Knicks solve the Wemby problem? I think so. Because when you look at Cat's ability to stretch the floor, the point, shoot the 3-point shot, the spacing, pull Wemby away from the basket, becomes an offensive mismatch right there. Because Cat can do it all too. People forget about that. That's the beauty about the Knicks too, is they have so many weapons. A lot of times we don't get to see, to spotlight all their weapons. And that's a good thing because they're a deep team. So you got to ask, when Wemby's contained, who's the next guy to step up? And then the next guy after that, which brings us to the difference maker after Cat and Wemby cancel each other out. Now we got Brunson, the floor general. His leadership ability, his clutch scoring, his decision making, his pace control. Bronson's going to take it to you, and he's quick, agile. He got a bag too. This dude know how to score in the air. He don't just make adjustments on the floor now. So this is why I question, when you think about how the Knicks won 2 of the 3 meetings with the Spurs already. And the one game that the Spurs was able to pull off, it was a close game. It was a close game. But the 2 games that the Knicks won, it was a decent margin. The Knicks, they hustle. Look at that. You thought you had him. So then we get into what the rest of the Knicks team is able to do. Come on, look at that. You got players that's going to go get it. Let's not forget about Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Let's not forget about them. And it gets deeper. It definitely gets deeper. The Knicks have some reserves. This is the beauty of the Knicks. Their rebounding, their hustle, their toughness, the extra possessions. So you start asking the question, can the Spurs match New York's physicality? Because this is the identity of the New York Knicks. Then you factor in their skill set and now they're a much faster paced team. You could get energy. They could get ignited from anywhere. It's not just Jalen Brunson. So this is why I'm saying with Wemby, he's a huge deciding factor. He is. He's a problem. But once you find a way to contain Wemby, now you start looking at the rest of the matchups. And when I personally look at the Knicks, I say there's not a lot of options on the Spurs that can really contain the rest of the Knicks players. They're not really relying on one guy, although Bronson is a star player. This guy, he gets buckets. He's a hustler. He's a defensive player. He's a floor general. You can get it from anywhere. You really can. And for me, it's about whether or not Cat's going to be up for the task. He has to be up for the task. He got to be ready to play. Because I want to see that matchup. Obviously, it's a team sport, but this is a great matchup to have. So my final verdict is basically, I think, in my opinion, the odds is in the favor of the Knicks. I believe the Knicks are a way more complete team. I don't think there's one particular player that they're relying on in order to win this series. And even if you contain Bronson, you still got other players that can step up. And there's also their reserves. So if you like the video, please hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Who do you believe is going to actually win this series? And hopefully you enjoy it too, because I'm looking forward to it. And I'll be seeing you on the next one.